Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by tall baobab trees and deep forests, there lived a hunter named Kofi. Kofi was known across the land for his skill with a spear. No animal could escape him, but the villagers whispered something else about Kofi. He was greedy. No matter how much he hunted, it was never enough. One evening, an old woman selling roasted corn at the village square shook her head.
Why do you hunt so much, Kofi?
Kofi laughed loudly.
Because the forest is full and I want it all.
The villagers looked at each other uneasily. Greed, they believed, always brings trouble. But Kofi did not believe in such warnings. One morning, Kofi went deeper into the forest than he had ever gone before. The trees were taller there. The air felt colder. Suddenly, boom. The trees were taller there. The air felt colder. Suddenly, boom, boom. A deep sound echoed through the forest. Kofi froze.
That sounds like a drum.
He followed the sound carefully until he reached a clearing. And there, sitting on a large rock, was a beautiful wooden drum. But no one was around. Kofi looked left. He looked right. No one. Strange, he murmured. Then, suddenly, the drum spoke.
Who comes to my forest?
Kofi jumped back in shock. A talking drum, he gasped. The drum spoke again, its voice deep and calm.
I am the drum of the forest spirit.
Kofi stared at it with wide eyes.
What do you do?
The drum replied.
Strike me once and food will appear.
Kofi's eyes lit up with excitement.
Food?
He lifted a stick and hit the drum. Boom. Suddenly, baskets of fruit, roasted meat, and rice appeared on the ground. Kofi could hardly believe it. This is incredible, he shouted. The drum spoke again.
But remember this. Use my gift wisely. Greed will destroy the one who misuses it.
But Kofi barely listened. His mind was already racing.
If I take this drum home, I will become the richest man in the village.
Kofi carried the drum back to his house secretly. That night he locked his door and struck the drum. Boom. Food appeared. He struck it again. Boom. More food appeared. Soon his house was filled with piles of food. Kofi laughed loudly.
I will never hunt again. Tomorrow I will sell all this food and become the richest man in the land.
But he could not stop. Again and again he struck the drum. Boom, boom, boom. More and more food filled the house until there was barely space to stand. Still, Kofi kept beating the drum. Greed had taken over his heart. Suddenly, the drum spoke again.
Kofi, stop!
But Kofi ignored it, just a little more. He shouted. The drum's voice grew louder.
You were warned about greed.
Kofi struck the drum again. Boom. But this time, instead of food, something else appeared. Snakes, dozens of them. They slithered across the floor. Kofi screamed. What is this? He cried. The drum's voice thundered through the house. You used my gift with greed instead of gratitude. Terrified, Kofi dropped the drum and ran outside. The villagers gathered around him. What happened? They asked.
I was greedy. I found a magical drum and wanted to keep everything for myself.
The old woman from the market stepped forward. She looked at him calmly.
The forest always gives, but it also teaches.
She looked at him calmly. Ashamed, Kofi carried the drum back to the forest the next day. He placed it on the rock where he had found it. "I am sorry," he said quietly.
I am sorry. I forgot that enough is already a blessing.
The drum spoke one final time, and then it fell silent. From that day forward, Kofi returned to hunting but only what he needed. He shared food with the villagers and helped the poor. And whenever the children asked about the forest, he told them this. The children listened carefully, because in every village, the elders say, moral of the story, greed destroys the blessings we already have. Gratitude brings peace and wisdom.